Hi, everybody, and welcome back. I'm your skipper, Sandra, and this is Skipper Sandra. So today, and I hope, I don't know, you know what? I've been having problems, but new technology, so we'll work it out. Anyway, today I have a few things to share with you. So first off, I have to make a confession. Last Friday, a friend of mine, Rhonda, which I'm sure you guys remember from other videos that I've done, she had a dinner with just a bunch of her girlfriends. You know, it was just a girls' dinner, and we had a great time. But another one of my friends came up and said, "Hey, so how's the Moroccan tile coming, or the Afghan blanket?" I quickly changed the subject. That was Robin. Hi, Robin. Yeah, she she made a comment, and I hadn't even started it. So this will let you know how easy this pattern really is because they spell it all out for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now I'll be honest. I have two rows left, and I already have the second part of it. Oop, oop. Let's see. I already started that. But take a look at this. I think it's gorgeous already. Obviously, it's not blocked, and it needs to be a lot bigger if it's gonna be a blanket. But yeah, this is just the beginning. Then there's the second part, which does because it's actually sits like this. There's two more rows, and it's gonna be in the cream, and then we do the second part. But it was not hard. You know what? They did a great job. This is Annie's attic, and so that's the blanket, the complete blanket. That's what it's going to look like. And I just finished that center part right there. But they have pictures of what you're working on. The instructions are very clear, very easy to follow. And they send you all the materials except the hook, the scissors, stitch markers, that kind of thing. Super wonderful. I'm using right now the driftwood crochet hook. I really like that one. It's just very smooth, and it just goes through the yarn beautifully, so it doesn't snag. Beautifully done. And in speaking of Robin, Robin was such a sweetheart. Check out what she gave us. This is mine. Is that not the cutest thing? It's a pair of scissors. But I love tchotchkes, and just something cute and pretty to have next to you when you're doing, except instead of just plain scissors, when you're just snipping off ends. So thank you again. I love it. It is so, oh, and here's the back so you can see. So it actually has a back. How cute is that? Front and back. Absolutely adorable. I have no idea where she got it, but it's super cute and always fun. So there's that. And then there's the unboxing. Yarn yay! This one is fabulous. I love the box. I love the color. So let's go ahead and open this one. This is for April. And I love the paper. I mean, I look at this paper. She just does this amazing job of packaging. I just love it. So this is all about socks. Oh, socks. Ooh, fun, fun. So look at the color. Isn't that pretty? So there's enough here for a pair of socks, whether you knit or crochet. So in speaking about that, do you remember the myth that I busted before about the difference between crocheting and knitting as far as how much yarn you need? Does anybody remember? Tell you what, for those of you who don't know, there isn't. There's a myth that says that you actually use more yarn when you crochet than when you knit. False. You use about the same. So if you're a loose knitter, you're going to use more yarn. If you're a tight knitter, you're going to use less yarn, and you're going to mess things up. But nope, it works for both of them. So here, I love it because she gives both patterns, the knit and the crochet pattern. So you can do either. And let me see. Oh, a stitch marker. Hey, look how cute this is. It's a sock. How fun is that? Lost sock stitch marker. How cute is that? I love that. That's adorable. And then, ooh, soap. Lilac lemon. Let's see if we can open this. And just try to, ooh. Lilac is very, it's just very nice to smell. We don't have smell vision yet. So, yep, that was in this month's box. I'm actually kind of, I don't know if I'm going to make socks, honestly. You know what? Summer's coming, and there's 440 yards. Hmm. And it is hand dyed, self striping, matching socks, 75% merino and 25% nylon. But it's so much fun. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make socks out of that. And as you can see, there's no makeup on today. I've been in a rush. It's been kind of crazy. I may wind up in an urgent care with its hubby because its legs are hurting. So that was the Yarn Yay subscription box. And if you haven't tried that, it is fabulous. As you can see, these pretty boxes come, beautiful paper inside, and it brings some yarn in it, the pattern. Again, no crochet hook, no stitch markers, no scissors, none of that. But it does bring you the yarn and the pattern and some accoutrements, some extra little things. And that I just thought that was so cute. I just love it. It's, you know what, and it is Yarn Yay because when I see this box, when I see this teal box, I get so excited. I'm got to come in and I got to open it right away and just take a sneak peek. And that's what I did. Now, here's another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I'm so excited about. And that is all about the Community Coral Reef Project, Fiber Coral Reef Project, that's happening right here in the Pacific Northwest, to be more specific, right here in Oregon. But it's not that it's happening here, that's just where the installation is going to be. It's actually happening everywhere. So, what they're doing is they're asking for fiber artists of all kinds. So whether you felt or you knit or you crochet, I would like to see a whole lot of crocheters. But in any of those to create reefs in any state. So if you want to, and the whole idea is to bring attention. Sorry, Figgy is on the floor stretching. Um, it's to bring attention to what's going on in our oceans and more specifically our reefs. Our reefs are bleaching. Now, if you don't know what it means is that coral actually have like algae that lives in it. But if it gets too warm, and they like to live in warm water, but it doesn't take much if it gets a lot warmer. mm, that algae comes out and then they turn white and they die. They can come back, but over time, and that is with a lot of care. There are actually scientists that are trying to grow coral in labs to then replant them out in the ocean, so that we don't lose them, so that they don't go into extinction. But we do need to be conscious of what's going on. Our reefs also help with our CO2. So they help absorb that just like the trees do. They actually do that, they absorb that. If there's too much of it, of course, then that hurts them too, just like the trees, just like us, like everybody. Reefs also help as a barrier when it comes to storms coming on land. It actually helps to stop it a little bit. I mean, it's not going to stop it entirely. Waves are still going to come in, but if the bigger that reef, the more it creates like a drag. So it's really important in so many ways. And so many animals live on the reefs. We really need to protect them. We need to protect our ocean. I don't know if you know about the Pacific Island, Plastic Island. There's literally, it's an island. It's that big of nothing but trash that is floating in the Pacific Pacific Northwest, in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, it is not good. I mean, and it's not all purposefully done. When Japan had that, or uh, the Philippines, sorry guys, the Philippines had that huge tsunami. Remember, all that stuff, it goes everywhere. So it's not that it's on purpose, but we have to be mindful. And there are things that we can do. There's no perfect solution. We all have to do it together. And if everybody just does a little bit, we can really get forward or move forward. So that's what this project is all about. So their call to action is create something. Whether it's a fish, a starfish, or are they still calling it sea star? I know starfish, then it was sea star, then I think they went back to the starfish. But starfish, coral, Christina is actually the one who is heading it up here, and she crocheted or knitted out of plastic thread thing, a ghost net. Okay, so it's in any interpretation you have of what's going on. So you can at the I am just a mess today. At the presentation I went to on Saturday, she had stingrays and seahorses and coral and all kinds of ways that people had, oh, jellyfish, all kinds of different ways. And it's going to be a walk-through total immersion. So they want all kinds of animals. They're going to have jellyfish hanging. It's going to be really cool. But the only way it's going to be really cool is if we all help. She can't do it all. And aside from that, why should she? These have been done all over the world and all over the United States. Now it's our turn. So let's go ahead and participate. I mean, you don't have to make a ton of them, but you imagine if 100 people do one, that's 100 and it multiplies. So I'm going to, on my description, I have a link to her site that will give you more information. Take a look at the pictures, and she is an amazing artist. Oh my gosh. And guess what? May 14th, I'm going to be interviewing her. I'm not sure if we're going to do it live or if we're going to do, if I'm going to record it. So we're still working that out. I have to figure out the hours and all of that. But it's going to be a whole lot of fun to go see her, and I will have lots of pictures for you guys to see. I'm very excited about that. Also, on my website, as you guys know, I've been working on getting that website going and up and running. Yeah, now Figgy has to go look at everything. Uh, the tail, all you see is his tail. Anyway, the website, I have a calendar now of events that I will be attending. So that way, you know, and if you're in the area, please look for me, say hello. I'd love to meet you. So there's calendar events, and there's also things that, as I find out about them, I'll put them on there, whether they're here or in other places, just to bring attention to them. But it's our season, guys. Everybody's coming out. We're going to have festivals and fairs. Get out there. It's going to be so much fun. The other thing I wanted to remind everybody about was the Crochet Guild of America, the Chain Link Conference in New Orleans. And guess who's going? Yes, I am going. As the chair of the Hall of Fame, I kind of have to. I'll be presenting an award, and I'm very excited about that. I will be doing an interview with Karen as well, and that we haven't set up a date, so that's why it's not on the calendar. Otherwise, it would be on the calendar. But as soon as we get that set up, then I will be doing that interview as well with her. And oh my gosh, she is amazing, all about crochet and just the history, the knowledge. It's really, really, she's so cool. So we're going to do an interview with her. And of course, I will be filming and listing and all that kind of thing once I get over to New Orleans for the convention as well. That's going to be so much, or conference. They call it conference. I call it convention. It's something or other. Anyway, that link is also in the description. So please go look at the classes. The classes are so cool. They have so many classes, and I can't wait. And the problem is that they have the same class. They have this class here and this class here, and it's at the same time. Okay, I want to take both classes, but I don't have a time turner. So if anybody has a time turner, may I borrow it, please? Because I'd like to do both classes. We'll see which one I stay with. But super, super fun. And everybody's always very helpful. And they have a marketplace, so I will be going shopping as well. Not to mention, I'm going to be in New Orleans. I mean, I'm going to be eating and drinking and shopping myself. All right. Well, everybody, that is it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you next Wednesday at 6:30. If you like the video, remember to hit a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe so that you can see the next show when it comes on. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great day, a great evening, and that you have a great week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Bye.